disconnected with my career. At the time, I explored many things that is related to the electronic communication.
During my time, the IT industry was really saturated. So since I've already done my postgraduate in VLSI Design, it didn't really make sense to be in software.
The whole industry depends on the IT and SOC. So accessing the particular tools or different things like industry level projects will be very hard for a fresher to.
Big companies like Google and Intel. Those mock interviews actually helped me and boosted my confidence.
Transformed my career path from being unsure and inexperienced in VLSI.
Hi, I'm Subhash Chandra Bose. I was born and raised in a typical South Indian village. I completed my schooling there. Subsequently, I moved to Chennai for my undergraduate and postgraduate studies.
After completing my M.Tech 2012, I was married and I blessed with 2 children. During this time, I felt like that I disconnected with my career. At the time, I explored many things that is related to the electronic communication. I was only a passion with the digital electronics. At the time, I found that Semicon is a startup company that belongs to VLSI industry. Then I came into it.
I was involved in quality assurance in cognizant technology. I felt that the task was bit mundane, and during my time the IT industry was really saturated. So since I've already done my postgraduate in VLSI Design, it didn't really make sense to be in software industry, and I had a lot of passion for computer hardware in general, since I love components such as GPU and CPU such that, so on and so forth.
Yeah, to be frank, that VLSI industry, it's a very secretive industry. So because the whole industry depends on the ITs and SOCs. So accessing the particular tools or different things like industry level projects will be very hard for a fresher to get to know and do some hands-on experience in that.
Shifting the domain from DFT to Enroll is a challenge for me, but with the continuous support from my mentors and the industrial experts, made me easy to overcome the challenge.
I got in touch with founder and one of the directors of Semicon Academy. So they helped me, they explained about training process and placement offerings. As you all know, I was new to this domain. They patiently explained me about the basics of VLSI and Semicon Academy's mission and vision. So their approach and transparency helped me gain trust in them. So I chose Semicon over others.
One of my friends told me about the Semicon Academy. So I attended the webinar conducted by them. I felt that Semicon Academy would be a great option to start my career in VLSI, since the training program was very well organized and comprehensive.
Mentors observed my skills during initial phase of the training period and recommended for DFT. So I trusted the guidance and opted for DFT. Their training structure was well organized and content was highly relevant.
Initially, I received a training in design verification role. Later, Semicon Academy offered me opportunity to switch domains. Since I was most interested in analog domain, I underwent a structured and specialized training in analog design and layout.
So in the beginning, when I joined here, I was not sure which course to take actually. So when I joined, I spoke with the mentors who were training, who were gonna train us, and they suggested once you finish the basic modules, which is nothing but digital electronics and Verilog, so based on our performance, they will suggest us the domain. So like that, they suggested me design and verification domain. So yeah, so later I got trained in design and verification domain under them.
Before entering into the domain, I started with digital electronics in Verilog, which was the prerequisite, which is a very good in my opinion. So after that, I entered into the actual domain, which is DV. In design verification, I started with system Verilog, UVM, and protocols. And in protocols, I learned about parallel protocols such as APB, AHP, and AXI. And in PCIe, I started learning with PCIe. And after that, I briefly transitioned into analog design. So in analog design, I started with single stage amplifiers, current mirrors, differential amplifiers, and then op-amp. So all these things I have implemented in LT space with the help of the experts, in which I gained a lot of knowledge.
The most valuable part of my training is, I can say, mock interviews, because we got mock interviews with professionals from various companies, like some big companies like Google and Intel. Those mock interviews actually helped me and boosted my confidence to appear original or real interviews.
So the most valuable moment which I had been experienced in the training is when I have seen what I have learned theoretically. So when I had built the I2C code from the scratch in the span of 1.5 months, where I had applied all of my theoretical knowledge into practical and doing 50 simulations per day, and after which this hard work I had achieved the result. That is what's my happiest and proud moment.
Used to have the meetings with our experts once or twice in a week. Like at a time, I came up with an incident like when I am doing my protocol work regarding to coding, I was stuck at a point. Like the guidance with which our mentors provided to me helped me a lot to clearing that stage.
I worked on a client-based project. It was a valuable experience as it guided me and gave me a practical exposure to the real-world industrial requirements.
Yeah, I do feel I was job ready since I went through a rigorous training which included both analog and digital domain. So that made me realize I was literally job ready.
Because after a long career gap, I came into the field. Even my family supported and encouraged me a lot to come into the field. My children are very happy that I am a proud mother.
So the training and placement transformed my career path from being unsure and inexperienced in VLSI. I now confidently contribute as a design engineer. It was a complete shift in direction and mindset.
Before joining Semicon Academy, I was someone with limited knowledge in the VLSI field, but after completing their training, I am now proudly presenting myself as an analog design engineer.
Currently, I am working as analog layout engineer in Spec2Chip Semiconductor. I am placed in Spec2Chip Semiconductor as an analog layout engineer.
Right now, I am working as a emulation engineer in Semicon technologies.
I'm analog design engineer in Spec2Chip Semiconductor.
I am currently placed as RTL design engineer at Semicon technology.
Semicon Academy is providing an industry level project when you are doing the training. It will be so much helpful for you to understand the industry and IP. That's the first one, and you will be getting some guidance from the experts of industry level. That will be the second point. These are the major 2 points I would, which makes me suggest someone Semicon Academy. So yes.
Mentorship, structured training, and genuine placement support make Semicon Academy stand out. They focus on every student's growth, both technically and personally.
Standard curriculum, hands-on training, and support from the experienced mentors makes a big difference. And one more difference I found from other academies is they let you work on the hands-on IPs from the day one of the training, which you can't find anywhere. They'll not only let you grow in your technical side, but they'll also let you grow in your management side and your communication side. And this is what I found very different from other academies. So they totally focus on your overall development rather than only technical things.